Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Twin Flame Tarot. My name is Tony, and this is the Twin Flame Daily Forecast for Monday, December 7th, 2020. However, anytime you are here is exactly when you are intended to be here because time is limitless. So, hello, welcome to my table. Welcome back if you are a subscriber, and hello if you are new here. I am so glad that you found me. So, as I said, this is the Twin Flame Daily Forecast. First, we're going to pull for our Divine Feminine. Next, we'll pull for our Divine Masculine. And lastly, we're going to pull for our collective Twin Flames. If you see a deck of cards you like, I will link them down below in the description. And when I refer to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender because divine means holy. So, are y'all ready? I hope you are because I'm extremely ready. Let's get our table set. I hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. It was my birthday weekend. I hope you caught my special birthday pick a card. If you don't, I will link it for you right now. But it was my birthday. I turned 43. I got to go to the Biltmore in Asheville, and it was gorgeous. It was all set up for Christmas. The Biltmore is the house the Vanderbilts built in Asheville, North Carolina, and it is gorgeous. If you ever get a chance, you should go check it out. Okay, let's get our table set. I've got out my janky looking sage. Listen, I'm playing a dangerous game here because I have a white tablecloth down. I don't know. Maybe when you turn 43, you lose your mind. Is that what happens? Okay, and it just doesn't want to light very much, does it? Well, we're just going to work with what we got this morning. That's fine. All right, here we go. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align all my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Beautiful. All right. Well, that went off very smoothly. Congratulations to myself. It could have ended poorly. Oh, and look what I did. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera, but I just smudged onto the table. Okay, whatever. Headphone users, let's turn down that volume so we can set the tone for this reading. Beautiful. And lastly, let's set our intentions for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit to please join us. Please help us to understand and to interpret these messages as we receive them. Okie doke. Let's get going. Up first will be our Divine Feminine. We are going to pull from the Moonology Oracle cards. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down so I can shuffle. Whew, I'm getting ahead of myself today. Nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for our Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for our Divine Feminine for this Monday, December 7th, 2020? What messages do we have for our Divine Feminine and whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card, please, for our Divine Feminine. What messages do we have for Divine Feminine? We need one card, please, on the table. One card. There we go. Thank you so much. Divine Feminine, what do you need to release? The waning moon. What do you need to release? All right, let's read about that from the book. The waning moon. Waxing. I think I went one page too far. Let's see. If I can get it to turn the page, I'll tell you. Oh, no. It's not. Surprisingly, it's after it. Okay. Waning moon. You would think that would be alphabetical, wouldn't you? Waning moon. Okay, so it says, what do you need to release? The waning moon points to what is falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it is a sign that the situation has peaked for better or for worse, and that it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and the winter of the cycle. So, Divine Feminine, what do you need to release? Almost certainly, you need to release something from the situation that you are asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can also gently suggest to you that letting something go and to stop trying so hard, okay? So, Divine Feminine, it's safe to let go, and it's safe to move on, okay? Just trust that, if you're being called to let go of something, and you know probably exactly what it is you need to let go of, that if it's meant to be yours, it will come back. And if it wasn't, then something better absolutely is going to take its place. So let's find out more about that. Hang on just one second. I can't see my camera, so I can't see what you can see. Here we go. Let me make sure y'all can see that. There we go. I've got a new, if you're not new here, you know the ongoing saga of me trying to find a table setup. So I'm getting there. I got a new camera for my birthday, but to be honest with you, I'm really not feeling it. It feels much smaller, the view on the camera, so we'll see. All right, Divine Feminine. We are going to read from the Paulina Tarot. Let's see what messages we get. Headphone users, let's turn it down. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this Monday, December 7th, 2020? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine in whatever time, date, place, or space they are watching this reading? Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry if that was loud. I was a little bit louder than I meant to be. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine? Wow, it's way too many cards. We can't do that. We just need one card on the table. There we go. The Ace of Pentacles. All right. So yeah, there's something new and prosperous headed your way at the bottom of the deck. Look there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's just stop there. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So, Divine Feminine, there's a lot happening here. Okay, so yeah, you've got something new coming your way, but you can't get that new thing if you don't release. There's something in the situation that you're holding onto, or that is toxic, that you've been holding, that you keep hoping is going to maybe change. I don't think it is. You need to make room for new beginnings. See, you're holding on to something very tightly, and it's you think it's valuable, and it can be. Like I said, if it's meant to be yours, it's going to come back, okay? But you see the value of it, and you really don't want to let it go. But the problem with that is you see you've got this Four of Cups and this King of Cups. You're being stubborn. You've got literally the King of Cups. This is the thing that you want. This is your heart's wish come true, coming your way. But you're stubborn. You can't see it. You're being stubborn. You're holding on to something here that you don't need to be holding on to, and that resistance is causing you to not be able to get what you want the most. Okay, so I mean, when these three cards show up together, you got two fours here, okay? And then you've got the King of Cups, all right? Yeah, you're kind of fighting your own best detriment. I mean, I don't know if I said that correctly, but what I'm trying to say is you're kind of blocking yourself. You're stopping yourself from getting what it is you really want because you're being stubborn and holding on to something you shouldn't be holding on to, okay? You definitely are being stubborn and holding on to something that is not meant to be yours right now. And if you would just let go of it, you've got like a brand new, prosperous, abundant thing that I mean, absolutely. Look, you've got Ace of Pentacles and King of Cups. It's trying to come your way. It wants to come your way. You're just, you're holding on too tightly to the situation, Divine Feminine. And the tighter you hold on, the more you're determined to hold on to this thing that wasn't supposed to be yours in the first place. Or, I mean, I'm saying that wrong. Let me re-say that. I'm getting ahead of myself today. It's not that it's not supposed to be yours. It's just that it's not supposed to be yours right now. This is not the right time, okay? So it's time for you to quit holding on to the thing that's choking you. Quit being so stubborn. I know you love it, and I know you see the value in it. I mean, you see the value in it. Absolutely, you see the value in it. And I know you don't want to let go, but you gotta. Because if you don't, you're never, ever, ever, ever going to get what you really want. And here's what you really want. This is just like abundance and prosperity. And I mean, it can be abundant. See, it's pentacles. People a lot of times think pentacles is about money. And it is, because it's a coin. But it's also about what you value. You know, whether that's love, relationships. You know, for me, things I value. I don't value a lot of things. I have very few small core values. And for me, it's my family and the people that I love the very most, which is just only like 5 or 6 people. It's a very small group. And I love having new experiences and traveling and meeting new people and seeing this world and eating great food. So these are the things that I value, you know. So what is it that you maybe are holding on to your own detriment? That's what I was trying to say earlier. What are you holding stubbornly onto to your own detriment? Because Divine Feminine, it is time for you to let it go and make room to get something really, really exciting and brand new and I mean, the thing is the thing that you could be getting brand new, it could be that you're getting, a fresh start at this relationship. When you let go and you give yourself space to heal and you give that person space to heal and y'all go your separate ways, who's not to say that when the two of you are finally healed, you don't come back together, okay? So that's what they're trying to say. You gotta quit holding on so tightly. You gotta quit being so resistant, and you gotta allow room to allow love and healing to come into this situation, okay? All right, Divine Feminine, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because now I am going to pull for our Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine first. We are going to read from Healing with the Angels Tarot. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, Angels, Guardians, Guides, Spirit, what messages do we have for our Divine Masculine? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine in whatever time, place, or space they are watching this? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine on this Monday, December 7th, 2020? Thank you. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit, we just need one card, please, on the table for our Divine Masculine. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? Abundance. Absolutely, abundance. So, I mean, yeah, speaking of abundance, look. I talk about this all the time, twins. Y'all are definitely mirroring the heck out of each other. Look, abundance. King of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, abundance. I mean, like literally, Ace of Pentacles is abundance. And look, abundance is looking at the King of Cups. It's like an abundance of love. So, like I said, you've got an abundance of love. It appears that you're blocking yourself from Divine Feminine, okay? And Divine Masculine, it appears that you've got an abundance of love coming in yourself. Let's see what's going on with that. I mean, I don't feel like we need to read much on that, do y'all? I feel like abundance is pretty self-explanatory, but let's just talk about it 1 second. A new flow of support is coming to you right now. Ask the angels to help you to release, just like what I said for the Divine Feminine. Ask the angels to help you to release fears about scarcity so that you can enjoy this incredible abundance. So, Divine Masculine, it appears that, you've got a lot of abundance coming your way, and the thing that you're probably blocking yourself from receiving it from is that you have fears surrounding scarcity and lack mentality. So it's time for you to understand where these come from. Okay, for a lot of us, it has to do with our childhood and how we grew up and what our parents taught us about manifestation and money and things like that. This doesn't always have to be about money. It can be about love, health, new career, new friendships, new home. It could be just an abundance of all the good things coming in. You could be having a very fruitful season. We are in Sagittarius season. Sagittarius season brings out Jupiter, and Jupiter is that good luck, sign. So it could be that you're having an abundance of good luck. Let's find out what you're having an abundance of, shall we? Divine Masculine, we are going to pull for you from the Golden Girls Tarot. All right, let's turn it down, headphone users. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? That's not a good shuffle. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? I just am having drama today. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? Okay, you know what? We're just going to take it today. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine for this Monday, November? Why do I keep saying November? December 7th, 2020. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine in whatever time, place, or space they are watching this? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me get through that shuffle. All right, Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit. We just need one card, please, for our Divine Masculine. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? We need one card. Oh, thank you. I love it when it does that. Ten of Swords. Okay, let's see what's up with that. Hang on. So that's the bottom of the deck. Okay. Three of Cups. The Hierophant. Knight of Wands. Justice. Yeah. Okay. Divine Masculine. It looks like you're about to have a flip. It feels like you have been spending a lot of time. Okay. This is an interesting reading because, okay, I hear two different messages and one is extremely specific to one of you. The abundance that some of you are going to, one of you, no, not some, one of you is going to be about drugs. And I don't feel this is good for you at all. I'm going to show you why. Sometimes when the Ten of Swords comes up, this is like a drug sign to me. This is like needles. That makes sense. And see how it's literally, I mean, remember when I said to the divine feminine, like she's being detrimental to herself. This is detrimental to her. Like it's killing her, you know? So, but look, here's the thing. You've got this card when it shows up when the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords shows up. This is a lot of times about not being sober, okay? And so I feel like you're having an abundance of maybe drinking too much. And then you've got the Hierophant, which, you know, is your clarifying Three of Cups. And so this is like, you know, you're not on the straight and narrow path. You're going to extremes. And then you've got the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. If anybody goes to extremes, it is definitely Sagittarius. Ask me how I know. I am a Sagittarius. And it's happening right now, okay? This is your good time party gal showing up. You know, she's here bringing that box of wine, and you know better, but you're doing it anyway, and it feels like it's not going to have a good ending. Justice shows up at the end of that, okay? So I kind of feel like this very specifically is speaking to one of you, Divine Masculine, but one of you, Divine Masculine, is, I think, you're partying too much. And this could be for a cross watcher who's watching as well, but I feel like, Divine Masculine, one of you who's watching knows exactly who I'm talking to, and you're partying too much, and it's going to catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you. Justice will be served. Whether you go to jail or whether, you know, you throw everything away, I don't know. But look, you're beginning, I'm sorry, it went this way. You know, you've got this partying showing up with a Hierophant. It's at great times and justice. So, and Ten of Swords and abundance. So, yeah. This is some strong Sagittarius energy, honestly, on the table. But what I'm trying to say is this is a specific message, and I want you to take to heart what I'm saying. You need to stop. This is not end well for you. Whoever this is message for, I'm getting chills really, very strongly right now. This is me, please, asking you, or heed my warning, you need to stop. Okay? Now, let me take a sip of tea. Okay? Let me take a sip of tea. Okay. Coming off that drug train. Divine Masculine. It feels like you've been going through some kind of it's been a rough season, it could just be a rough patch. It could be that you're about to go into a rough patch, okay? You've definitely had a little bit more than your fair share of just bad luck lately. The thing is that I feel like if you haven't already gone through this, okay, let me say, this could be that you're about to go into it. And I want to give you some hope that you're going to come out on the other side great. It's going to be fine. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be some, you know, there's a saying, smooth seas make for an expert sailor, okay? So just try to remember that when the waters are rough, you're becoming a strong sailor, okay? If you haven't already gone through this. If you have, you are at the end of that, okay? Because you're at the Ten of Swords, so this is the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. And so you're about to come out of this season of just kind of rough waters and move forward, because look what we got. We have the Three of Cups. You know, this is, you know, celebration. This is Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is about sticking with, you know, that traditional path, that known path. You know, it's just kind of structured, but I kind of feel like, you know, your life is going to kind of return to normal, okay? There's going to be some normal and even things to celebrate coming up, and it's coming very quickly. You got that Knight of Wands. It's on its way. You know, you're turning the corner, and there's going to be, you know, a return of balance, a restoration to balance. You're going to be coming out of this lower energy, and you're going to have, you know, just it's something that feels like normal again, something that it's worth feeling happy over and excited over, and just enjoying life again. It just feels like there's going to be a flip of the switch is how I feel. And I feel that it's coming very soon. You're going to be, your equilibrium, that's what I was looking for. Your equilibrium will be returning, okay? There's going to be, it's going to feel, life's going to finally feel normal, and if not downright good again, okay? If not even like you're going to have things to feel grateful and happy and celebrate again, okay? So I feel like this is the end of that heartbreak, okay? And there's going to be an abundance of things to feel just happy and satisfied and just normal again, okay? Now, like I said, it could be that you haven't hit this Ten of Swords yet, because 10 is the end of something, the beginning of something new. For those of you who have gone through the heartache, that's the end of the beginning of something new here. But for some of you, it could be that this is the beginning of that. You're heading into that Ten of Swords. Don't be afraid, all right? you are going to come out on the other side just fine. Okay, just fine. Don't worry. You're going to go through this valley. Yea, I walk through the valley of shadow of death, right? But I fear no evil. I fear no evil. I fear no evil because I am divinely supported. I'm going to get through this quickly. I'm going to fly through it. And on the other side of this is, just this justice, this balanced scale, this return to normal. Okay. So this isn't going to be a long, dark valley that you're going to be crossing if you haven't already crossed this valley. Okay. It's not going to be a long valley at all. I think it's just going to be a, taking a side road, just a little side trip. I don't think it's going to be a full, complete course correction. I think it's going to be just a little side trip, but you're going to come out on it on the other side. Okay. I think that's what this abundance is saying. Don't be afraid of what you're about to go through, because you're going to come out on the other side with an abundance of things to feel grateful for. It's going to be fine. Okay. So let's not fear this if you haven't already gone through that. Okay. Divine Feminine. Okay. Divine Masculine. I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't, or what is wrong with my mouth today, y'all? I swear, if you ever go and watch my Monday readings, it's like, what is wrong with Tony's mouth? That's a game we should play. Let's try that again. Divine Masculine, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. I swear I get better as the week goes. And because now it is time for our collective twin flames. We got a new deck for my birthday this week, twins. I just dropped one of the cards, but look, we've got the Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. If you don't know who Louise Hay is, if you've ever heard of Hay House Publishing, she is the one who is in charge of Hay House, or she was. I think she's already passed away, but anyhow, Hay House publishes a lot of metaphysical, spiritual books, tarot, oracle, things like that. And that was Louise Hay. And she actually wrote a couple books herself. Like, I believe she wrote a book called You Can Heal Yourself or something like that. And she's kind of like the grandmother of the metaphysical. She's been around, or she was around for a very long time. So, Divine Twin Flames, let's see what messages we have for you. All right, admin users, let's turn it down. Nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. What messages? I'm not sure if we're going to shuffle this. What messages? Oh, yay. What messages do we have for our twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames for this Monday? Monday, November 7th, 2020. Good enough. What messages do we have for our twin flames in whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? That's just fine. Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. What messages do we have for the twin flames? Thank you so much. I like this. I like this. What's crazy is I just pulled this card yesterday. I have the perfect living space. I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all of my needs and desires. It is a beautiful location and at a price I can afford. So that's interesting, twins, because depending on which side of the deck I look at, could be that for the Divine Feminine, because it says, what do you need to release? You may be moving. It could be that for you, you're moving, but you need to let go of a physical home, or it could even be a metaphorical home, something that that you feel at home at, that you need to move away from, a person, place, or situation that, used to feel like home, but maybe it doesn't feel like home. So this thing that you need to release could be that you need to move on and find the perfect living space. Divine Masculine, it could be that you're about to move into the perfect living space, or alternatively, it could be that, you've been really focusing on seeing the have-nots within your space. You've really been, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that. And it doesn't even have to be about your physical home, although it could be. It could be about the people you live with, the city you live in, the neighborhood you live in, your neighbors. It could also be a place or a situation that feels like home to you, like maybe a place you hang out at, or your work, or your actual, a blood family, your ancestors, relatives, whatever word I'm trying to say here, your relatives. It could be that you've really been seeing, you can't see the good because all you are focusing on is the bad, okay? And it's definitely time for you to try to find something that's, feels normal and celebrate it, okay? So it's about finding that gratitude for you, Divine Masculine. And Divine Feminine, it could be about moving on from a situation. But for both of you, twins, as a couple, if you are trying to manifest living together, this is definitely a card that says this is maybe time. If you've been feeling the call that maybe it's time for you as twins to move into, cohabitation, then maybe this is the time to be thinking and having these conversations with each other, okay? But I love this little, mantra for the day. I see myself living in a wonderful place. I love that. I see myself living in a wonderful place. I have the perfect living space. I love that for you, twins. Let's find out a little bit more about that message for my twins. Let's pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. All right. Headphone users, let's turn this down. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit, what messages do we have for our twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames for this Monday, December 7th, 2020? That's interesting. What messages do we have for the twin flames and whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit, we just need one card, please, for our twin flames. What messages do we have for the twin flames today? We just need one card, please. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. I love it when she shows up, the Water Guardian. The Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. I really like that for both of you because, Divine Feminine, you've been asked, to release something, to let go of something. And how do you probably already knew what it was you needed to let go of immediately, but if you're not sure, this is definitely something you're going to tap into that emotions. Look how she's the Water Guardian. She's the guardian of the moon, right? Divine Masculine, connect with your emotions. Like I said, this may be about you needing to learn to express gratitude for what you do have, okay? And so it may be that you need to reset those emotions. Let's find out about the Water Guardian. Went one page too far. There she is. Water Guardian. It says, take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse. Whew, my ear is ringing. That is a message for one of you. Your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and to understand messages directly from your soul. Oh, wow, twin flames, so you're being called, oh, my ears are ringing so loudly, to take the time to understand how you feel. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that you're surfacing in this time. I know for me, I had some kind of strong emotions wash over me very early this morning. It came out of nowhere, honestly. And I tried to be like, why am I thinking this? It's too early in the morning and I don't want to feel it. But to be honest, I couldn't stop it. It just, like a tide over me, or a wave is what I mean to say, a wave over me. And the more I tried to not think about it and resist it, the more it just yelled in my head. So finally I had to stop resisting it and allow myself to feel what I needed to feel. And that's what they're being told. The angels are telling you that it's okay to feel the emotions that are coming up in you at this time. It doesn't matter if the emotions are joyous or sad, because they are all powerful messengers and they allow you to understand what you need and what you want, okay? So you're being, twins today, you're being told to take time to breathe, to acknowledge your feelings, to let them flow through you rather than crashing down on you, right? That's what I just said. Rather than crashing down on you in an overwhelming wave, right? So I just allowed myself to feel them and process them, and I strongly would encourage you to do the same. It does feel, though, that, it does say connect with your emotions, Water Guardian, and I have the perfect living space. So I think this may have something to do definitely with either your physical home that you live in, or twins, like I said, something that feels like home, whether it's a person, place, or situation that feels like home. It could be that, you need to connect with your emotions and either feel the gratitude for what you have, or maybe connect with your emotions and realize that this is not the perfect place and that maybe it's time to let go of that and to release that, okay? Let's see. Okay, that's the message. So, let yourself feel what you need to feel. Allow yourself to process and acknowledge it. There's nothing wrong with feelings. So many times, I know me especially, I try to push my feelings away until I'm ready to deal with them, because that's something I learned in therapy. Little tip if you don't know. I know most people probably know that, but I didn't get taught that until therapy. So there you go. But sometimes feelings can come up and you're not ready to deal with them. So I have a tendency to kind of compartmentalize and push them away until I'm ready to deal with them. But I realized this morning that was not serving me today. Okay. And so the message I do think is for pretty much all the twin flames today that we need to be acknowledging ourselves. And I do feel there's something coming up around your home for the twins, though, and your feelings and your emotions, your home life, people you live with, your family, your relatives, something. Let's get some clarity on that. Let's pull one more card before we close out for the day. We are going to read from the Universal Rider Waite. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames for this Monday, December 7th, 2020? What messages do we have for the twin flames in whatever time, whatever time, date, place, or space? Uh-oh. They are watching this reading. Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians. Wow. Okay. Let's see what you got. Need 3 cards, and I just pulled up one more card, so we're going to go ahead and take it. All right. So let's see. Which way do these pull out? We'll just land like that. Wow. Okay. Twins, twins, twins. All right. We have got, again, the 4 of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, wow. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the High Priestess, and the 6 of Wands. There's a lot of messages here. So the way that I read this is, this is the past, present, future. This sits between the past and the present. This, if I can scoot it over a little bit, sits between the present and the future. And the cards at the bottom of the deck are our clarifiers. So sitting in the past, again, we have that 4 of Pentacles. No, it was Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine had that 4 of Pentacles right there. 4 of Pentacles. So, this is just holding on to something very tightly. Some people call that like being frugal, but I'm not calling that, the penny pinching frugal. But I feel like you're holding on to something, both of you have been really just trying to hold on to something that you feel is very valuable to you. And even if maybe it's against your own detriment, you're still holding on tightly. This is in the past, as I said. This is both of you. You've just been really almost stubbornly, because that 4 of Pentacles kind of mirrors even that 4 of Cups, that stubborn energy, that just pushing it away energy. So it feels like you've been holding on to something, okay? This is sitting right under, I have a perfect living space. So it feels like you're holding on to something within your own home, family, relative relationships, or again, it could be a place, situation that feels like home, but you're holding on to something against your own detriment, and you're being very stubborn. It feels like you knew you needed to let go, or at least release your grip some, and you just have been refusing to. Well, here we are in the present, and we have a Page of Pentacles. That's that new, the new beginning, that new fresh start with, something that you value. So it's like, if you can just let go of something that you're holding on to. Ooh, knocking my quartz over. Sorry about that. If you could just let go of whatever, this is in the past, but I feel like you realize that you've been holding on to it too tight in the past, and it's time to let it go. Because if you can just let go of it, like literally, he's like setting it free. You see how he's like setting it free? If you could just set it free, you can move on, okay? If you could just set whatever it is that you're holding on to, you can finally get a fresh start, and when you set it free, like I said, we've got this water guardian, and you have connect with your emotions. You need to, twins, when you're setting it, when you're this fresh start and this thing that you got to let go of something to make space for this new fresh start. I would not advise, don't rush. I would not advise jumping from one bed to another. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Make sure to process your emotions about this thing that why have you been holding on to something that hasn't been good to you, or hasn't been good for you? I don't necessarily mean they haven't been good to you, but maybe it hasn't been good for you. Why have you been holding on to that? We need to process the emotions of that. And before we receive this new beginning, we need to make sure we're really in a good headspace. We're really in a good place with our emotions, because it feels like you are about to have a lot of new responsibilities, and some of them, I mean, you've got a new chapter coming. You get this new chapter and you followed by a 10, and this thing that you're coming, it feels like you're going to be building a new home. I mean, look at this. Okay, the thing about the 10 of Wands is a lot of times this is burdens and responsibilities. Let me make sure you can see this. You see how he's picking up sticks, and some of these sticks are heavy, and it could be a heavy burden to carry, but look what he's doing. He's literally going towards his home. He's building himself a new home. He could be, maybe these are going to be sticks that he uses to build, a fire with to keep that home warm, or maybe he's building a new home for his children, or whatever it is, but he's building something with these sticks. And sometimes when we're in the process of building something, something that is long and lasting, it can feel like a very heavy burden to carry, because it's a lot of work. Nobody said anything worth doing is going to be easy, okay? And that's the point here. If whatever it is that you're holding on to, when you release it and you make room for this new beautiful thing that's coming your way, if we're not in the right headspace to begin building something new, this new thing, if we haven't released and made peace with whatever it is we're releasing, this thing that we've been holding on to, when we release it, you've got to make peace with that, and you got to clear your head out, because if you don't, when the new thing comes in, it's going to feel like a burden. All right. And that's not what it wants to feel like. It wants to feel permanent. It wants to feel long lasting. It wants to feel like, you're building, look, you've got the home here and the home here. It feels like you're building a new home with somebody or something, or in a new place. But it feels like it's something that's going to be long lasting. Look what we have at the bottom of the deck. All right. You have 7 of Pentacles. So like I said, it's something that, you're going to be nurturing your garden and watching it grow. Okay. This is something that you're going to want to watch. But at the same time, the 7 of Pentacles is following right up with the 7 of Cups. There are going to be choices that you're going to need to be making. Like I said, you're going to need to make wise choices. Sometimes, like I said, building a house isn't easy. Building a home isn't easy. If it was, anybody could do it. Everybody would go out and build their dream house right now, right? If it was that easy, everybody would. Nothing easy is worth doing. There's going to be some opportunities and choices presenting themselves that aren't, when you, like I said, so when you release this thing, you make room for something new to come in, okay? We know you've made room. Multiple things are going to probably come knocking on your door, all right? You need to make sure that you are ready for that. That's what I keep saying. You need to make sure you are in the right headspace to receive and to build a new life, a new stable forever with somebody, because if you don't, this is just going to feel like another burden, another responsibility, something that you're going to end up just, not regret. What's the word I'm trying to say? You're going to feel very, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Resentful. You're going to feel very resentful. Okay. So choose wisely. And how does one choose wisely? By getting in their head, by meditating, by clearing out, the unnecessary chatter and letting themselves feel what they need to feel so they can make wise choices. You got both of these 7s here, though. So you are meant to be on the right path. You are going to be on the right path. Building this new home, this new journey that you're going to go on with somebody is not meant to feel like a burden. Okay? These new responsibilities aren't supposed to feel like a burden. You've got double 7s right here at the bottom of the deck. This is telling me you're on the right path. Nurture your garden and watch it grow. But choose wisely. Look, though. How do you choose wisely? What did I just tell you? We're going to meditate. We're going to get into our own intuition and trust ourselves to make the right choices. Trust ourselves. Trust your emotions. Do the work. Because if you trust yourself, look what you got. You've got victory on the table. This is going to be long lasting and permanent. Okay. This new thing that's coming in is going to be something that you're going to be with for years and years and years. Okay. But if my advice here is twins, whatever it is y'all are working on building together, this is for both of you as a couple to, this is something for you as a couple. But again, I've been telling y'all this for weeks and weeks and weeks. I don't feel like quite that this is about you as a couple together. I feel like more like this is what the divine feminine and the divine masculine are still working on separately, but as you work on it separately, it's going to impact the union, okay? I do feel like the union is going to be coming out on this, on the other side, very strong, very successful. This is a long-term new thing that you're coming into, okay? But the success is going to be based on you making the right choices based on your own intuition, and making sure that those choices that you make, that you are tending to them, that you're watering your garden, and you're allowing space for it to grow. Because look, babe, you've got it coming. You've got, you know, a long-lasting, permanent future with somebody that is not going to feel like a burden. It's going to feel like these are responsibilities that you want to carry. These are responsibilities that you make you feel happy, successful, and joyful, okay? So my advice, though, is that let's get real clear about what it is we're holding on to, why we're holding on to it, make peace with that, and let it go, and really work through those emotions before we begin the next new thing that's coming in, okay? Make sure we're real clear in our headspace so that we don't, you know, make this new beginning feel like, you know, something that we regret and something that, you know, we wish we hadn't done, you know, just like another burden that we have to carry, okay? All right, Twin Flames, I hope that you found this super helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't, or subscribe to my channel. That would be super cool. I post new content Monday through Friday, so I hope you will come back. And until I get to see you again, know how much I love you, and I hope you keep on praying. Bye, twins.